Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well and taking care of your health. So, today we are going to start our fifth chapter, that is nouns, number. Okay, what does it mean? That we'll learn in this chapter about the nouns on the basis of number. Means nouns can be classified on the basis of number, whether it is singular noun or plural noun. So, in this chapter we are going to learn about the singular and plural noun. We will also learn about the important rules with which we can convert the singular nouns into plural nouns. We'll also learn about the countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, so let's start the chapter. The first at the very beginning we have got a task, that is read this paragraph, circle the nouns that tell you about one thing and underline the nouns that signify more than one. That means you'll have to identify the nouns first. Okay, you'll have to read the paragraph and identify the nouns, and then you'll have to circle the nouns that tell you about one thing. Okay, you have to circle the word that tells you about one thing, and you'll have to underline that the nouns which tell you about more than one thing. Okay, so let's do it first. So here you can see that I have solved it. Read this. The Earth is one of the 8 planets of our solar system. It is the only one that can support life because it has enough oxygen and plentiful water. The Earth revolves around the Sun in 365.25 days. This is the length of a year. A year is made of 12 months. So in this paragraph, the words Earth, solar system, life, oxygen, earth, sun, length, year are denoting to one thing, are one things, right? Earth is one earth, not two earths. Okay, so these are denoting to one thing. Okay, it tells us the words tell us about one thing, so we have encircled them. And the words planets, okay, planets, it is telling about more than one thing. Okay, 8 planets, more than one, right? So the words planets and then days, okay, and months, these words tell us about more than one things. Okay, so that is why we have underlined them as it is written in the question, as it is our task to do that. We'll have to encircle the words which tell us about one thing, and we have to underline the words which tell us about more than one things. Okay, so we have done that. Okay, now the nouns that you have circled above are singular in number. Okay, the nouns which we have circled, which we have encircled, are singular in number, right? The nouns which we have circled are single. Okay, single things. One things means single things, so they were single, so they were singular in number. And the nouns that you have underlined are said to be plural in number. Okay, and the words which tell us about, like months, days, planets, they tell us about more than one thing, so they are plural in number. Okay, so singular denotes one and plural signifies more than one. Singular means one thing and plural means more than one things. Okay, thus nouns such as man, boy, cow, knife, table and chair are singular. Some nouns, these are the name of some things, right? So they are nouns, and the nouns like man, boy, cow, knife, table, chair are singular in number, single things. Okay, they denote single things, they mean single thing, that is why they are singular in number. And the nouns men, M-A-N, man becomes M-E-N, men, then it becomes plural. Okay, more than one. Boys, cows, knives, tables, chairs. These are denoting to more than one things. Okay, that is why they are plural forms. They are plural forms of these words. Okay, the men becomes men. Men, men. Boy, boys. Cow, cows. Knife, knives. Table, tables. Chair, chairs. Okay, these are the plural forms of the words. So you have to now you have understood that when you get a noun and it means one thing, it tells about one thing, then it's singular noun, and when it tells about more than one things, then it becomes plural noun. Clear? So now singular nouns can be changed to plural in various ways. Look at this table and revise the rules you have studied before. So now we are going to learn about some rules which are used to change the singular noun into a plural noun. Okay, you can change the form of the noun into plural. You can change the singular noun into plural form by following some rules. So look at that. We have already got the rules earlier, and now we are going to revise them. Okay. First one is by adding s to the singular form. We can simply add s to the singular noun and it becomes plural. How? Look at the word house. When you add the letter s, then it becomes houses and it becomes plural form. House, houses. Author, authors. Book, books. It means when you add s to the singular form, it becomes plural form of the noun. Okay. Next one is by adding es to nouns ending in x, sh, s or ch. That means that the nouns which end with x, sh, s and ch can be formed into plural, can be turned into plural form by adding es at the end of the word. Like box become boxes. Box is ending with x, no? And when you add es to the word box, then it becomes boxes and it becomes a plural form, plural noun. Box, singular noun is box and plural noun is boxes. Box, boxes. Dish, dishes, ending with sh. When you add es, it becomes plural noun. Gas, gases. Match, matches. Okay. So when you the word ending with x, sh, s or ch, then it, when you add es to the word, then it becomes plural form. Next one is in nouns ending in y by changing y into I and adding es. That means the nouns which end with y. Okay, the nouns which end with y. Look at the word noun pony, army. They end with y, no? Ending with y. So the noun which end with y, and when you add, when you replace the y with I, means y हटा के I लिख देना और बाद में उसके बाद es लगा देना. Means y को हटा के es लिख देना. Then it will become the plural noun. Okay, the word pony become ponies and it becomes the plural form. How? When you replace the y with I and add es. Okay, so it means that the noun which end with y will be written into plural form by adding ies at the end. Okay, by replacing the y with the ies. So it becomes pony, ponies, army, armies. Now look at that. In nouns ending in y but preceded by a vowel by adding s. That means when you get a noun ending with y but preceded by a vowel, means y के पहले कोई vowel मिलेगा तुमको. Look at that. रे, y के पहले vowel है a. Monkey, y के पहले vowel है e. Okay, the words which end with the nouns which end with y but preceded by a vowel will be written into plural form by adding s. Okay, by adding s. Look at the word ray. The plural form is race, race. Monkey, monkeys. Ray, race. Monkey, monkeys. So when you add s to the words, then it will become plural form. When the noun is ending with y but preceded by a vowel, y के पहले कोई vowel लिखा हुआ होगा, ओके, A-E-I-O-U vowel कोई भी लिखा हुआ होगा, तब हमको s लगा के उसको plural बनाना है. Clear? Next is in nouns ending in o preceded by a consonant by adding es. Means when you get a noun ending with the letter o, okay, ending with o and preceded by a consonant, o के पहले खत्म होगा o पे और o के पहले कोई consonant लिखा होगा, means A-E-I-O-U को छोड़ के बाकी जो सारे लेटर्स है वो कॉन्सोनेंट है ना, तो ओ के पहले अगर कोई कॉन्सोनेंट लिखा होगा देन इट विल बी टर्न इनटू प्लूरल फॉर्म बाय एडिंग es. ओके, लुक एट द वर्ड वोल्केनो, एंड्स विथ ओ. ओ पे खत्म हो रहा है और उसके आगे ओ के पहले एन है जो एक कॉन्सोनेंट है. ओके, ओ पे खत्म हो रहा है और ओ के पहले जो कॉन्सोनेंट है एन, इसकी वजह से इसके साथ es लगा के इसको प्लूरल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट किया जाएगा. लुक एट द वर्ड वोल्केनोस. ओके, when you add volcano, when we add es to the word volcano, it becomes volcanoes. Hero, heroes, ending with o. Okay, ending with o and preceded by a consonant. o के पहले कोई consonant है, इसीलिए it will become heroes. You'll add es to the word and it will become heroes. Next, in words ending in ie, oo, double o or eo and some words ending in o preceded by a consonant by adding s, means the words ending with the nouns ending with ie or oo or eo and some words ending in o. Okay, the words which are ending with ie or double o or eo or o preceded by कुछ वर्ड्स जो ओ पे खत्म हो, आई मीन कुछ वर्ड जो आई, ओ ओ, ई ओ और कुछ वर्ड जो ओ पे खत्म हो लेकिन उनके पहले कोई कॉन्सोनेंट हो, तब उसके बाद क्या लगाया के जा सकेगा, एस लगा के उसको प्लूरल बनाया जा सकेगा. लुक एट द वर्ड टाई, एंडिंग विथ आई पे खत्म हो रहा है ना. कुकू, एंडिंग विथ ओ, एंडिंग विथ वीडियो, एंडिंग विथ ओ. स्टूडियो, एंडिंग विथ ओ. And photo ending with o. So you will have to add s and it will become plural form. Look, tie, ties. Cuckoo, cuckoos. Video, videos. Studio, studios. Photo, photos. So you will have to add s and it will become the plural form. So the words which end with ie, oo, eo and some words ending with o, and it will be and if they are followed by a consonant. Look at the words ie is followed by the consonant t. T is a consonant, no, and ie के पहले t है. Okay, डबल o के पहले k है जो एक consonant है. o के पहले eo के पहले d है जो एक consonant है. io के पहले d है जो एक consonant है and o के पहले t है. So this is also a consonant. So words, these types of words which end with ie, double o, eo, io or o and they are followed by a consonant, then you will have to add s to form to write in the plural form. Okay, next one is in nouns ending in f or fe by changing f or fe into v and adding es. When you get a noun and it ends with f or fe, then you will have to replace the f or fe with v and you will have to add es, then it will become the plural form. Look at the word shelf. Here f is, the word shelf is ending with f. The word dwarf is ending with f. The word knife is ending with fe. So you will have to replace the f and fe with v, means you will have to write v in place of f or fe. And after that you will have to add es and it will become plural form. Look at the word shelves. shelf, you'll have to replace the F with V. F के जगह पे V लिख दिया and ES लगा दिया. Then it will become shelves. It will become the plural form of the word shelf. Okay. Dwarf become dwarves, plural form. Okay. DWARF VES. You'll have to replace the F with V and add ES. F के जगह पे V लिख दिया, ES लिख दिया. It will become the plural form. Knife, FE को हटा के V लिख दिया और ES लिख दिया. Knives. It will become the plural form of the word knife. Next one is, in some nouns ending in F, by adding S, some word which end with F can be turned into plural form by adding S. Look at the word Gulf, ending with F. F पे खत्म हो रहा है ना, and you will have to add just S and it will become the plural form. Look at the word gulfs. Gulf become gulfs after adding S. It will become the plural form. Roof, roofs. Cliff, cliffs. Okay, these words are ending with F and you will have to just add S to write in the plural form. Some nouns take both forms in the plural. Okay, some nouns take both forms in the plural means you can use both these rules. Both these rules can be followed to form the word, to form the plural noun, and it will be correct. Like if you have look at the word hoof, hoofs and hooves. Okay, if you go through this rule, then it becomes hoofs, and if you go through this rule, then it becomes hoofs, right? So hoof can be written hoofs and hoofs in the plural form. Okay, hoofs and hoofs, both the words are correct in the plural form. Okay, scarf, scarves, scarves. Scarves is also correct. By adding S, you can write the word, and by adding VES, replacing the F with VES will be also correct. Okay, so by these rules you can write these words, and by following these rules you can write these words, and both are correct. Okay, so it means that some nouns take both forms in the plural. Okay, both the forms can be taken in the plural form and it is correct. Hoof can also be written as hoofs and hoofs. Scarf can be written scarves or scarves. Then dwarf can be written as dwarfs and dwarves, and both are correct. Some nouns do not follow any of the above rules. Some nouns you'll get which do not follow any rules, any of the above rules. Look at the words goose, it becomes geese. Goose is the singular noun and geese become plural noun. Tooth, teeth. Foot, feet. Man, men. Okay, MAN, MEN. Woman, like that. Woman, women. Woman, women. Okay, WOMAN and WOMEN. The plural form will be WOMEN and we'll pronounce it women. Okay, so these are some rules which you can follow to convert the singular noun into plural noun. Okay, I hope you all have got them. Okay, now let us learn some more rules for forming plurals. There are some more rules which can be used for forming plural forms. Okay, a compound noun generally forms its plural by adding S to the principal word. Now, what is a compound noun? A compound noun is a noun which is written by adding two or more words. Okay, you will find two or more words together to form a noun. Okay, then it will become a compound noun. For example, passers-by, son-in-law. Two or three words are together to make a noun. Okay, these types of noun are called compound. This type of nouns are called compound nouns. So look at the maid servant, major general. These types of nouns are called compound nouns. Okay, so compound nouns are formed into plural form. The compound nouns, the singular compound nouns, are converted into plural forms by adding S to the principal word. Means that if you get a compound noun, you will get two or three words, right? So in the among the two or three words, you will get a principal word, means the word which is more important than the other words, right? So the S is added to that principal word. Look at the examples. passerby. Here passerby, two words are there, so principal word is passer, main word is passer, so the s is added to passers. Okay, it becomes passers-by. Okay, s is added not to the by, is added to passer and it becomes passers-by. Son-in-law, here the principal word is son, main word is son, that is why s is added to the word son and it becomes sons-in-law. The plural form of son-in-law is sons-in-law. Okay, maid servant, maid servants, the word servant is main. Okay, that is why s is added to the word servant and it becomes maid servants. Major general, here the principal word is general, that is why s is added to the word general and it becomes major generals. Okay, so these types of compound nouns can be converted into plural form by adding s to the principal word of the compound noun. Okay, here you can see a more rule. The plural form plural of men servant is men servants. Okay, the word men servant can be written in the plural form as men servants. Okay, men becomes plural when it is written as men and s is added to the word servant and it becomes men servants. It's the plural form of the word men servant. Okay, letters, figures and other symbols are made plural by adding an apostrophe and an s. Okay, letters, okay, when you find the nouns as letters or figures means numbers, okay, and other symbols you will get clear by the examples, and then you'll have to, if you have to convert them into plural form, letters or figures or other symbols can be converted into plural form by adding apostrophe and s. Okay, look at the singular form is ba, these are letters, no, b and a are letters, can be written into plural form by adding apostrophe s and it becomes bs. Okay, 1990 is a figure and it becomes plural by adding apostrophe s. 1990s. Okay, look at the example. I have underlined the i's and crossed the t's. What does it mean? I have underlined the i's, mean all the i's in the paragraph or line. मैंने हर आई को अंडरलाइन कर लिया है एंड हर टी को काट दिया है. सो आई becomes plural form, it is a symbol, right? I is a symbol, it's a letter, so it can be written into plural form by adding apostrophe s. Okay, t's, it's a letter, it can be written in the plural form by adding apostrophe s. Okay, i's and t's means I जितने भी I हैं plural form and जितने भी t हैं, okay, plural form. Okay, deer, sheep, dozen, salmon, hare and fish have the same form in the plural as in the singular. Okay, the words deer, sheep, dozen, salmon doesn't change. Okay, these words remain same in the singular form also and plural form also, they don't change. Okay, for example, the boy saw a sheep yesterday. The boy saw a sheep yesterday. Here sheep is written in the singular form. Okay, a sheep, that is why sheep, one sheep, no, that is why it is a singular form. And then the next sentence, the boy saw 4 sheep grazing in the field. The word sheep is written in the plural form. 4 sheep, look, 4 sheep means 4 sheep, we don't write sheeps, okay, we write 4 sheep, this is the rule. Okay, a sheep and 4 sheep, it doesn't change, the word sheep doesn't change with the number. Okay, so in the singular form also sheep is written as it is, and in the plural form also sheep is written as sheep. Okay, nothing changes. Okay, next one is we bought a dozen bananas. We bought a dozen bananas. So here a dozen, okay, 1 dozen, that is why it is written as singular form. And in the next sentence, we bought 6 dozen bananas. Okay, we bought 6 dozen bananas. So here 6 dozen means plural form. Okay, here it is written in the plural form. Here in the first sentence dozen is written in the singular form, and in the second sentence the dozen is written in the plural form, and it doesn't change. Okay, can you see any change? D-O-Z-E-N, D-O-Z-E-N, nothing changes. Okay, nothing is going to be changed in the word, in these words like sheep, dozen. Okay, and more examples are, however, we do use dozens of glasses were sold. Here you don't write any number. Look at the example. Here we don't get any number, 1 dozen or 2 dozen. That is why only dozen. Dozens of glasses were sold. In these types of sentence, you can write dozens. Okay, dozen becomes dozens in these types of sentences. When you speak about 2 dozen, 3 dozen, and like that, then dozen doesn't change. Means dozen becomes D-O-Z-E-N. Okay, and 3 dozen, then also D-O-Z-E-N. But in these types of sentence, like dozens of glasses were sold, okay, you don't find any number written before that. So in these types of sentence, dozens can be written. Okay, next one is thousands of students appeared for the examination. Okay, in here also we generally we say that 2000 rupees. We don't say 2000 rupees. Okay, so the 1000 is written as thousands when no number is there. 2000 or 3000, nothing is there. Thousands, hazaro. Okay, in this sense it is written in the plural form. Okay, thousands of students appeared for the examination. In these types of sentence you can write thousands. Okay, but 2000, 3000, then you'll have to write 1000 only, not s. Okay, he has caught a fish. He has caught a fish. The fish in the pond are swimming in one direction. Look at the sentence. Here a fish is written. Okay, that is why it is a singular form of the word fish. And the next one, the fish in the pond are swimming. Are swimming. So there are several fishes, right? That is why we have written fish. Are swimming. That it means that it is written in the plural form. But then also the word fish doesn't change. A fish, same F-I-S-H, and several fishes, then also several fish, then it is written F-I-S-H, not fishes or something else. Okay, they have written the fish in the pond are swimming in one direction. Okay, then it is written it is not talking about one fish, it is a plural form. Okay, it is the in the first sentence it is singular form, and in the second sentence it is written in the plural form. However, we do use fishes when we imply different kinds of varieties. For example, there are many kinds of fishes on sale in the market. It means that when you talk about different kinds of fish, then it become fishes. Okay, different kinds, varieties, then it becomes fishes. Like there are many kinds of fishes. Okay, kinds, different varieties, that is why it is written fishes on sale in the market. Okay, here it can be written as fishes because it is talking about many varieties or kinds. In a similar way, hair is used both in singular and as plural. Here we don't say hairs. Okay, hair is written H-A-I-R in the singular form and same H-A-I-R in the plural form also. My hair is turning white, singular form. My hair is turning white. But to indicate a number, hairs is used. To indicate a number, hairs is used. For example, my mother has 5 grey hairs. Means when you have a certain number to when the sentence is telling about a number of hair, then it becomes hairs. It can be written as hairs. Look, 5 grey hairs. 5, a number. Okay, it means that a certain number of hair. That is why it is written in the plural form, that is hairs. Okay, normally my hair is turning white. We don't say a number. We don't we cannot say that my 5 hairs is turning white, right? If you say my 5 hairs, then you write hairs. But normally we don't say my hairs is turning white. We'll say my hair is turning white in the plural form also. Okay, it is singular written here. My hair is turning white. It doesn't mean that only one hair is turning white. It means that all your hair, all his hair is turning white. But it is written in the singular form. And when you talk about a certain number of hair, then it can be written as hairs in the plural form. Okay, so there are some more rules. Look at that. A few nouns, though singular in nature, are made of paired items and are generally treated as plural. So there are some nouns which are single things, okay, which are single things, but they are always used in pair. They are made of pairs. Pair मतलब जोड़ा, एक जोड़े के साथ, okay, and are, that is why वो सब प्लूरल फॉर्म में यूज होते हैं. ओके, दे आर जनरली ट्रीटेड एज, उनको प्लूरल बताया जाता है. जैसे कि सीजर्स, पैंट्स, ट्राउजर्स, ग्लासेस, प्लर्स, टोंग्स एंड द लाइक. सो इस तरह के वर्ड्स जो एक जोड़े में आते हैं, जो एक एक नहीं होते, दैट इज वाई दे आर कॉल्ड प्लूरल फॉर्म्स. Okay, they are written in the plural. They are used in the plural forms. Many are often used in the word pair, as in a pair of pants or pair of scissors. Means these types, many of them can be used with the word pair. Pair of scissors, pair of trousers. Okay, so pair of pants. So these types of words, these types of nouns are used with the word pair. So these are some nouns which are single things but used in plural form. Okay, some collective nouns, though singular in form, are always treated as plural. Some collective nouns are the nouns which are some things together. Okay, some people or some things together. So these types of nouns are treated in plural form. Okay, treated as plural, like cattle, people, poultry. Okay, these are some collective nouns but are treated in plural forms. Okay, some nouns that end in s look like they are plural. Okay, some nouns that end in s, they look like plural but they are really singular. Like some words which end with s पे खत्म होते हैं, मतलब लास्ट में एस रहता है, देखने में लगता है जैसे कि वो प्लूरल हो, लेकिन वो सिंगुलर होते हैं. दिस इंक्लूड ईटेबल्स, लुक एंडिंग विथ एस, ईटेबल्स, इनिंग्स, वैल्यूएबल्स, वेजेस, बिलोंगिंग्स, ओके, एटसेट्रा. सो ब्रांचेस ऑफ नॉलेज लाइक मैथमेटिक्स, फिजिक्स, दीज आर ब्रांचेस ऑफ नॉलेज. मीन्स ये तो पढ़ाई की बातें होगी ना, ज्ञान की बातें होगी. फिजिक्स, एथिक्स, पॉलिटिक्स और सोशल स्टडीज are also singular. These words look like plural but they are singular in nature. Okay, similarly some nouns are only used in singular form. For example, poetry, information, furniture, news and scenery. These words are always used in the singular form. You cannot write them in the plural forms. Okay, these types of words are used in the singular form always. Some abstract nouns like love, beauty and kindness are not countable. Okay, you cannot count them, right? Abstract nouns are the nouns which are the names of some feeling, idea. Okay, so these types of abstract nouns cannot be counted. Can you count love, beauty, kindness? You cannot count them, right? You cannot count them. So these types of the abstract nouns which cannot be counted. Okay, they cannot be counted. That is why they have no plural form. Love, loves, no. You cannot write one love, two love, right? So we cannot count the abstract nouns. That is why we don't have any plural forms. We cannot write them in the plural forms. And one more important thing is that countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, when you are talking about number of the nouns, you have to keep in mind that there are countable and uncountable nouns. The nouns which can be the noun which is telling about something which can be counted is called countable noun. Okay, and nouns which is telling about the things which cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. Okay, like water, sugar, rice. You cannot count these things, right? You don't count. We usually don't count these things. So these are called uncountable nouns. And some emotions as abstract nouns like love, beauty, kindness. So these are also uncountable, right? So countable are those which can be counted, like apple, dogs, chocolates. Okay, these types of words which can be counted, this kind of noun which can be counted are called countable nouns, and nouns which cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. So I hope you all are clear about the classification of noun on the basis of number, and what are the singular and plural forms of the nouns, and how can you convert them into one another, and the countable and uncountable nouns also. You'll be more clear about when you'll get the solution of the practices on your books. And so for here the chapter ends. If you have any problem with any topic, then please contact me. Thank you.